Okay, we're going to talk about the machining of the two pawls, the frame pawl and the handle pawl. First, I'll just review a little bit about the machine. This is a vertical manual milling machine. Okay. The switch is over here on the left side of the head. Notice the switch doesn't say forward and reverse. It's got 0, 1, and 2. That's because when you change from high to low range on the machine, the spindle direction reverses. Okay. So I don't want you to try to memorize which position is which. What I want you to remember is looking down on the top of the cutter from above it, it always needs to be spinning clockwise. It's extremely important. If you run it counterclockwise, you'll destroy all three cutting blades, the indexable carbide inserts. They're $10 a piece. So $30 evaporates in about 1 second. Okay. Switch position number 2 will be clockwise if you're in high range. Okay, so right now we're running clockwise. Now the other important thing that the instruction sheet will tell you is that it's supposed to be running 600 RPM. So that's the red side, that's the high range. You only adjust the speed while it's running. So there's about 600 RPM. There's also a little brake lever right next to the switch if you want to slow it down more quickly. Okay, so now that's all we really need to do to get it set up. I've already gotten out the parallels. These are 1.5 inch tall parallels, the tallest set that's in the little red case. Before you put the parallels in, make sure that the area inside the vice is nice and clean. If there are any chips in there and the parallels are not sitting flat on the bottom of the vise, your part will be at an angle and it won't be cut properly. So we'll do the larger of the two, the frame pawl first. Okay, it's very important. The top side I call the side that's at the upper part, the narrow part of the draft angle. And on the drawings, your instruction sheet will show you want the narrow part of the draft up. So you want to put the pawl right in the center of the jaws, down on the parallels, then hold down on it as you clamp it. And you don't want to clamp it with everything you've got. Get it good and firm. But if you give it everything you've got, you'll actually smash the part, because on one side we're in the middle, on the other side we're at the end, so we're going to try to flatten it out. Now the other thing you want to make sure, the parallels need to be tight. The vice jaw slightly lifts when you close it, so what you have to do is you have to come back with this little brass-headed hammer and tap the part down good so the parallels are tight underneath it, so you know your part is flat on the parallels.